Hello again, everybody. I'm Scott Casper, back with yet another edition of Takedown, your source for what's trending in the world of wrestling. Well, when it comes to Iowa, losing is rare. Losing 2 in a row, unheard of. The Hawkeyes returned to action Friday, desperate to stop the bleeding against the undefeated Buckeyes of Ohio State. Top-ranked Thomas Gilman tallied 23 points in a tech fall over Jose Rodriguez to give the Hawks a quick 5-point lead, but Nathan Tomasello answered with a pair of first-period takedowns and a 10-3 victory over Philip Lau. Luke Pletcher made it back-to-back victories for the Buckeyes, topping Topher Carton on a late third-period takedown, 5-4 the final at 141. Brandon Sorensen used a second-period escape and 2 minutes of riding time to hand Micah Jordan his very first loss of the year at 149. In second-ranked, Michael Kemmerer picked up a 14-3 major over Jake Ryan to put the Hawks up by 6. In an important swing bout at 165, Joey Gunther scored a late second-period takedown and a 3-point shutout over Cody Bircher. But top-ranked Bo Jordan kept the Bucks alive with a clutch 3-2 victory over Alex Meyer. Trailing 3-1 against NCAA champ Miles Martin, Sammy Brooks scored a third-period escape, a takedown, and a minute 30 of riding time to take the bout 5-3. Down 9 with just 2 bouts to go, the Buckeyes needed bonus points, and Colin Moore delivered, hitting 8 takedowns on his way to a 19-7 major over Cash Wilkie. Well, a pin from Kyle Snyder would have given OSU the victory, but Snyder, well, he was in Russia, and Josh Fox was unable to get the job done, falling 6-1 to Stephen Holloway. Overall, the Hawks' victory, 21-13.
What have you learned about your team these 2 weeks?
We learned a lot. We knew we were going to learn a lot. Like I've been saying, we knew that this was on our schedule. We had it circled, and so we're making progress a little bit. We just keep working. And specifics, you can get into them, and it would be long and boring, and I might be giving an edge away a little bit. But things that I saw tonight that were progress is riding. Definitely riding, finishing periods on top. But there's also some things that we got to continue working on. I mean, you look at our, leg attack defense at 97, 41, 74. 74 did it just right. That guy's coming, and he gets his hands locked. And if you drape, you're in trouble. And we draped on the third one, stopped the first 2. And then we got to get to our offense. That's the first lesson probably. Guy comes, you stop him, stalemate, go. And, that's the next piece for Meyer.
In another top 10 matchup, former Big 12 rivals, Oklahoma State and Missouri, met up inside the Hearn Center on Friday. From the Missouri Network, here's Maverick Alexander and Bo Byman with a recap of the action.
Bonus points, the name of the game tonight at the Hearn Center is number 1 Oklahoma State beats number 8 Missouri 20-16. Alongside Maverick Alexander, I'm Bo Byman, and bonus points, the difference tonight, Oklahoma State got them, Missouri needed more of them.
I agree 100%. Oklahoma State came into this duel thinking they were going to get a ton of bonus points coming into it, but Mizzou kept it close in every match possible and capitalized on where they could.
No doubt about it. Here's a look at the highlights and how things went down here at the Hearn Center. We start at 165 pounds.
Danny Lewis came out and had a last-second victory over Rogers. It literally came out at the last second at 174 pounds. Dylan Wisman had a huge win over Kyle Crutchman with the last-second takedown. This was obviously a momentum changer after Lewis's last-second takedown, and it was huge going further into the duel. And at 197, we have Jaden Cox. He kind of pulled away in the second period and ended up winning the match with a major decision to tie the duel at 16-all heading into the heavyweight bout. Jaden Cox did a good job tying up the duel. Excited there as usual. And Tech Falls made the difference here in this matchup tonight. At 125 pounds, Pitchney did a good job coming out, scoring early and getting the tech ball within the first period. And then late in the matchup, Nolan Boyd dominates Matt Milanowicz 20-5 and was very physical throughout the whole match to get the tech ball over him as well.
5 bonus points for the Cowboys, and that's really the difference as they win it by 4 over Missouri, 20-16 here at the Hearn Center. The number 1 ranked Cowboys move to 9-0 on the season. Missouri falls to 9-3. So it's 20-16 Oklahoma State over Mizzou as we say so long from the Hearn Center in Columbia, Missouri.
Our college wrestling highlights continue after this short timeout. You're watching Takedown thanks to Casey's. Casey's, famous for pizza.
Right now, get any large original or flatbread pepperoni pizza for only $10. Casey's, famous for pizza.
Wow, 40 years. Time really flies. Don't seem like it's been that long. It seemed like only yesterday that I started out route delivering it to the stores. For over 40 years, we're really proud to keep the same quality ingredients and not change our recipe. Help us celebrate our 40th anniversary by joining into our cookies recipe contest with a chance to win a Traeger Bronson 20 smoker. You can enter it on our Facebook page or cookiesbbq.com. Thanks for 40 years, and we'll see you in another 40 years.
Cookies is the one.
Well, international action now. The U.S. capped off a nearly flawless opening day at the Paris International with a trio of freestyle gold medals. For the second time in 3 months, former Nittany Lion champ Nico Megaludis took home an international title, scoring 2 shutout tech falls and a 3-2 decision over Italy's Davidov.
I got to my offense real good this tournament, the first 2 matches. This one, the guy was real short, blocking off a lot. Felt like I was chasing him for, probably 90% of the match. He just had real good defense. I think he was Georgian, but I guess the rest was for Italy, kind of like the Camiso. Yeah. I just chased him around in that second period. They still put me on the shot clock. I kind of knew they would, but he was a tough guy for sure. So, and I guess it was a good win.
In his first competition since the World Team Trials, Jimmy Kennedy outscored his first 3 opponents by 22 points. He reached the top of the podium with a 6-0 shutout over American B.J. Futrell.
Talk about your day-to-day. I mean, you started off with a couple Americans, right? And that's probably not the way you wanted to start.
No,
but,
seems to be the theme out here.
Yeah, right. You come out here and wrestle your teammates, essentially, guys you've been working out with. So what is that? I mean, how do you evaluate that? I mean,
it's always a shame when you travel overseas and you end up pairing against another American, but you have to take those matches exactly as you would any other tournament. And they're important matches because they get a feel for you, you get a feel for them, but just got to go out there and find a way to win.
Chase Pammy picked up tech falls over Christian Johnson and Jason Welch to reach the 70-kilo finals. That's where he met up with Hungary's Zsombor Golyes and won by decision 2-1.
It was just good to get back out and compete. It's been years since being on the mat. Injured myself five months ago before the trials, so things like that, injuries throughout the year. It's good to get back and compete. I think this tournament was obviously maybe not the toughest, but it was just good to get out, wrestle some matches, see where I'm at, and just a fun environment, fun place to be. Go to Paris. So overall, I think there's a lot of things to take away and work on from this. Win's a win, but I want to keep building.
You mentioned you think where you're at. You find out where you're at. Where do you think you're at now after taking some time off?
I feel about 70-80%, physically, mentally. Just competing-wise, it's just been a while. It takes a while to kind of get your mind back into that and start thinking about competition. So today each match was a little bit different to kind of get myself up. But it was just exciting to compete again. You miss that. You get that itch, and it's kind of good to scratch it.
Well, the U.S. was one victory away from winning all 4 weights on Saturday, with Nathan Burak falling just short in the 97-kilo finals. The former 3-time All-American dropped a 7-0 decision against European silver medalist Ivan Yukowski of Belarus, and he finished with silver. Day 2 with a combined 7 NCAA titles on the mat and in action. It was the Americans Kyle Dake and Alex Derringer meeting up in the 74-kilo finals. Dake scored on a high crotch to a low single. Derringer answered with a shot of his own, but Katie countered with another crotch lift to go up 4. Dake ran through a double and hit a leg lace in the closing seconds of the first and would go on to take the match by tech fall 10-0.
Everything was working. My mind was right, my body was healthy, and I was just ready to compete, have fun out there. It always seems like in the past something's been a little off, but here things were clicking. You know, that's not to say I'm not ready to go, but you know, there's just sometimes you make mental errors, and you got to wrestle a perfect tournament if you want to win an Olympic gold medal. And unfortunately, I didn't do that, but we're off to a good start down at 74 again.
Like his former collegiate rival, David Taylor picked up 3 techs to reach the finals. That's where he met up with Penn RTC athlete Richard Perry. Perry ran out to an early 3-2 lead, scoring on a shot clock violation and a 2-point exposure. But the Magic Man responded with, "You got it, Magic." He went up 2 takedowns of his own to seal the victory, 8-5.
Yeah, Rich is tough. You know, he's one of the most talented guys in the 86-kilo weight class. He's had some really good international wins, and he's a tough guy to wrestle. You know, we train together a lot. I really like wrestling with Rich, and he challenges me. He challenged me in that match, so that was good. You know, I'm glad that ultimately I'm just really glad that I came here and got this tournament in. And you know, the wins and losses is, you know, that's something that I've really tried to move forward from. I think when we graduate in college, you know, you come out and everyone thinks that you're just going to automatically step in and be the best, you know, based on our college success. And you know, not that we don't believe that, it's just, you know, it's the next step to this level, and you kind of pick and choose your tournaments based on different things. And you know, this year I was able to take a step back and I planned my schedule out, and you know, my goal was to try and replicate college in terms of my matches I wrestled throughout the year. And my goal is to get 20 to 25 matches, be ready for the World Championship. So, you know, getting the Clubs Cup at the beginning of the year, getting 4 matches there, getting 4 matches here. And this term really was just to gear up for the World Cup in 2 weeks, which I'm really looking forward to competing there, wrestling the best guys in the world, representing the United States. So that's what I'm really excited for. So, you know, there's a balance between this and Eureka. As much as I want to wrestle, this made more sense for just the travel purposes and preparing. You know, I'm not as young as Kyle Snyder is. You know, that travel affects my body as I get older. But ultimately, I'm really excited to get here, get 4 good matches, and really just progressing. You know, my biggest thing I've been adjusting for is just higher pace. And I got slowed down a little bit in the finals, but the first couple matches I did a good job wrestling really high pace, and that's the big adjustment that I'm making as I adjust this weight class and have confidence in my conditioning again, is just to be able to wrestle pace that no one can wrestle with. You know, and that's my ultimate goal as I move forward towards my goals this year.
Well, that remarkable day in Paris would end in disappointment for American Jason Ness. He reached the finals with victories over Tony Ramos and Lurie Samaikin. Ness dropped a 9-2 decision as Shatka Parnanadze of Georgia in the gold medal round and placed second, while Ramos, well, he won bronze by forfeit. NCAA champ Matt Brown fell to Dake in the opening round at 74, but came back to win bronze with a tech fall over Georgia and an 8-2 victory over the American Danny Vellamont. World team member Zach Ray dropped a 10-point tech to world bronze medalist Gino Pestrasvili, but bounced back in repechage with a 4-2 decision over Tony Nelson and a 1-1 criteria victory over Bobby Telford. More news and features from around the world of wrestling after this quick timeout. You're watching Takedown, powered by Yellow Blue LED.
Yellow Blue wants to show you global energy demands are expanding at an alarming rate. Power grids in the U.S. are aging while coal plants continue to close at record rates. Utility rates are at an all-time high and there's no end in sight. If this concerns you, call Yellow Blue, delivering products and services that are not only green but cost-effective. You can be independent, safe, and secure. We'll show you how at yellowbluetech.com.
his first 2 years of high school, Alex Griffin said he never even considered competing in the Big Ten. The Indiana native only started wrestling in 7th grade, so even to compete at the D1 level seemed like a long shot. But what Purdue saw in Griffin was a student of the sport, a young man with endless work ethic and the will to win. From the Purdue Athletic Department, here's Off the Record with Alex Griffin.
I started wrestling in 7th grade after I got cut from the basketball team. So it's not like most people's story. I started pretty late, but I developed a fire for the sport and a passion and ran with it. I love how hard it is. It's one of the hardest things you will ever do, and it's going to prepare me for the rest of my life, and it's been an incredible experience. I was actually told I was going to be a practice partner my whole time here. I was just, a little kid from McCutcheon that shouldn't be wrestling Division I, and it's really, I've really come a long way. So I had a slow start, I felt, at the beginning of the season, and things are really, I feel like I'm starting to peak when it matters. All that matters is how you do in those 3 days in March. And so it puts a lot of pressure on those 3 days, but it's exciting, man. It's what you train for, it's what you prepare for. This team, the coaches, just the support staff that we have. I mean, you'll never have a time in your life where so many people are for you. You have so many opportunities to succeed, and they give you every tool to succeed. So it's an awesome time with these people.
As part of the Forever Dutch initiative, the Central College program has moved into a new $11 million athletics complex. Here's athletic director and head wrestling coach Eric Van Clay with an inside look at Kuiper Gymnasium, the new home of Dutch wrestling.
Since your time here at Central, the program has evolved. Now you've evolved into a new wrestling room. What does this mean for your program going forward?
The biggest thing is just a ton of momentum. It's exciting for our guys that are in the program right now. It's exciting for our alumni that were in the program to come back and be able to see this and know about this. And I'd say most importantly, it's exciting for our recruits that are looking at the future of Central College and making that choice of whether it's the right fit for them. So yeah, it's just very, very exciting times with a lot of momentum for Central Wrestling.
You talk about recruits looking forward, it's something that they have a chance to look forward to coming here. How does this place fit around the country and even in the Iowa Conference?
Yeah, I think our wrestling room and facility right now is on par with any in the country relative to any division, Division I, Division II, Division III. And I think potential recruits and our current guys feel like that's a pretty big commitment, both from our athletic department and our administration as a school to them, as far as what we are committed to making their experience be. We want a top-notch athletic experience in addition to everything else that goes with Central College and the academics and social experience. So yeah, we're really excited, and I think it's a big commitment towards our potential recruits and our current student athletes. The biggest thing that I would tell any alumni or potential recruits is please come down and take a look at it. We would love to show you around, showcase this new facility. It's something that we definitely want open to the public, and very excited and proud to be able to show it to people.
On our way to break, let's join up with Americans head coach Teague Moore with the beginning guide to the world of folk style. You're watching Takedown thanks to Nike Wrestling.
A wrestling match starts in the neutral position with both athletes on their feet. The goal is to take your opponent to the mat, which you are awarded 2 points for. Here's a demonstration of a takedown.
The war raged for generations. No amount of bravery and conviction could end the infected, unyielding rage. And with every battle, the evil grew, changed, evolved. The warriors needed nothing short of a miracle to stop the infection, and a miracle they received. Your body is at war against skin infections and diseases each time you step onto the mat. Protect yourself against the invasion. Defend Soap. Defend what you have built.
homemade crust, fresh meats and vegetables, 100% real mozzarella. There ain't nothing like the smell of a homemade pizza when it comes out of the oven. Of course, those pine tree air fresheners smell pretty darn good too. Casey's, famous for pizza. Right now, you can get a large pepperoni pizza for just $10.
All right, welcome back to Takedown. Our guest today is the legendary head coach of the 25th ranked Fighting Scots of Edinburgh. Tim Flynn joins us live. Coach, thanks for the time. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks, Scott.
You were one of those that received votes, and having done so for several weeks, Edinburgh has cracked USA Today and NWCA Division I coaches poll top 25. First of all, being in the top 25 is special just by the nature it is the top 25 programs of Division I, which thankfully is growing again. But you replaced the team that you beat Friday night, and that's Ryder. Talk about cracking the top 25 again.
Well, you know, Scott, it's been a goal of ours, and, you know, we have a young team, and we didn't start off really well. You know, we did have some tough duels, but, you know, it's a big deal for us, especially with the team we have. And so, you know, we're excited, and, you know, we're excited to see how far we can climb.
Tim, your squad has won 6 of its last 7 duels, improving to 6-4 on the year. Now, you're 4-0 in EWL competition, 22-10 triumph over Ryder. That's a nice statement. I feel bad for Gary Taylor in his final season, but, you know, we're out there to do one thing, and that's to win matches. So I will ask you this. Getting ready to face the Cowboys of Oklahoma, does your training step up at this time of year? From your perspective as a head coach, does it go even, or what do you do to prepare for Ryder or prepare for Oklahoma State? Is it different?
I don't think the preparation's different. I think this time of year, you know, different kids need different things. You know, we're still going pretty hard. We're not exactly tapering for the NCAA tournament, but, you know, it's business as usual. I think we approach every duel the same, you know, whether it's, you know, in November or in February, or whether it's, you know, against a lower ranked team or, you know, in this case, Oklahoma State. So, preparation's the same.
I like where you're at, though, Coach, on the year. It is a young squad. The losses that you've had this year come to Virginia Tech, ranked 5th, North Carolina State, ranked 8th, Lehigh, ranked 10th, Pittsburgh, 24th. So this match that you've got with Oklahoma State, prior to that, I think you're going to be an EWL duel with Lock Haven. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So I think that'll be a good tune-up. Lock Haven's always tough. What did you learn from those losses? What did your kids learn more than anything? But what did you learn about your squad?
I think you just kind of you figure out where you are, you know, on the ladder. It's always a measuring stick to see, you know, where you stack up against some of the better teams. You know, you mentioned Lehigh and NC State, and obviously Virginia Tech, and now Oklahoma State, who's been ranked number 1 all year. You know, Oklahoma State has, you know, I think all 10 guys are ranked, maybe 9 of them in the top 8. It's really it's a good measuring stick as you move forward into the NCAA tournament. You know, where the guys are, you know, that's where they want to be. You know, they want to be top 8 guys. They want to be national champions. So, you know, this is an awfully good test.
Tim, congratulations to you for cracking the top 25. Continued success on the year. I'm looking forward to seeing you in St. Louis. Looking forward to see the results of the conference championships as well. You're still having fun, aren't you, brother?
I am. I enjoy it.
Look for them online, folks. Go fightingscots.com. Show up. Check out the home duels. Look for them on the road as well. Again, it's gofightingscots.com. Nike Hot Seat, special guest today, the great Tim Flynn. Tim, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, Scott.
Special thanks to Coach Flynn, the University of Iowa, Purdue, and our friends at the Missouri Network. Make sure to follow us on social media. Look for the breaking wrestling news, interviews, articles, duel previews, and a lot more, all at takedownwrestle.com. From our studios in Des Moines, I'm Scott Casper. We'll see you next week right here on Takedown.